Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. Not too much action today on the ETH chart. Bitcoin is giving us a bit of a wild ride, however, but nothing changed on the Bitcoin chart in case you're wondering, because I did upload the video and then we had a bit of a rally, but our resistance area wasn't broken, so not much happened, just that high C wave that I explained in the video. But nevertheless, you remember please my words about how unreliable price action in this current region is. I mean, Ethereum anyway, but Bitcoin also, especially here, highlighting how, it's basically now the pivot, the decision point where, okay, is the white wave count playing out, fifth wave up, or the yellow one? So it's exactly here the decision, right, that's being made. So it's very unreliable action. I think, we need more price action to really give a very reliable forecast. But nevertheless, until we have proof that something more bullish is going on, and until we have proof that on the 11th of September, a lasting low has been established, I focus on the yellow wave count, which is lower, and Ether especially. I mean, this is, again, also very unreliable micro price action. I mean, I can give you different wave counts here. It doesn't help you. I don't want to, get you trapped. I rather point out that this is very unreliable micro price action. And we need to realize that giving more micro counts, or even doing more micro counting, it doesn't make a chart clearer, okay? Because even here, the bigger picture offers not that much clarity. I mean, the situation is, you could say generally from an analysis point of view, quite clear. What we need to see to confirm that a lasting low has been established here is 5 waves up, which is still possible, and 3 waves down. But until we have that clarity, it could, we could do this, we could get 5 up, but we could also break down here. So it's an ideal spot to break down, but it's also, if it goes up in wave 5, it should really do it from here. So I hope that is understandable. And if you are sort of sitting in this sort of, well, we are in this no man's land at the moment, which I've been talking about for weeks now. So shouldn't be surprised that we are a little bit in no man's land and see a little bit of a wild roller coaster right here. But as long as we are in no man's land, I mean, don't expect the micro price action to give you a lot of clarity. See it please as just a continuously tested thesis that gives us relevant resistance and support levels that of course could be used for trade setups. But if you use them for trade setups, then be aware that it's not super reliable, at least not on the long side, until we have 5 waves up and 3 waves down. And on the short side as well, I mean, this is exactly the spot where really the 5th wave to the upside in the white wave count should start. But it just is not, it doesn't give us a clear pathway at the moment. It hasn't started yet. Especially Ethereum, very, very weak, right? So, you're just sitting basically between two scenarios. And until we have those 5 waves to the upside, we need to realize that the trend is still down. Why is the trend down? Well, let's zoom out. We have been coming down now, since July, I think. Actually already since April. So since April, the trend has been down. So to get some clarity that the trend is shifting from a downtrend into an uptrend, I need to see a clear structure, and that is a 5 wave move up, 3 wave move down. Until then, obviously, trend continuation is favored to the downside. Now, that trend continuation, if that means we break down from here more directly, or maybe we get one more high and then break down, see, that's really not, we don't want to discuss that, right? So it's really about 5 waves up, 3 waves down. That's what we need to see. Until then, we have to favor trend continuation to the downside. And we have to be flexible in the current range. Now, again, saying that, nothing happened on the ETH chart really. So the scenario is just sort of playing out. It's just grinding down at the moment. I did add, I think I didn't do that in the last video, I did that afterwards, an idea for a micro count for this move to the downside in yellow. I already shared with you here the 1-2 setup, and that we could now be in a 3rd wave. And then I added later for channel members the idea, okay, possibly we are moving down in this 3rd wave. But if this is a diagonal structure, which it seems to be all of this, then we need to be ready to potentially change our viewpoint quickly again. So it's just that kind of price action. So if we're operating on that lower degree at the moment with the current action that we have, be ready for surprises. Yeah, it is still that kind of market. It is still that kind of price action that can surprise us, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm focusing on the downside here still, but resistance is still relevant. I leave that at 1726 because we need to give it a bit of space. It's not perfect microstructure here, so we shouldn't try to, try to predict everything perfectly because it doesn't work. So we want to give it a bit of space in case it needs it to run a little bit. But the ETH chart is very weak, especially compared to Bitcoin at the moment. It's very interesting. But yeah, not much more to add, honestly. I think, if we push higher, then we could push into resistance, maybe circle wave 2, then we'll get a reset, which means we just reset it higher. For that scenario, this resistance area is still relevant and valid. And it takes a break above 1726 to confirm that we are moving up in this fifth wave to the upside. So yeah, I think we need to wait for a little bit more clarity here. Overall, we're still ranging. I'm still focused on the downside, primarily from here. If it means we need one more high to then come down, that's fine as well. But the thing is, if we get 5 waves up, then we can also consider something more bullish, but only then. Now we don't even need to consider it because we only have 3 waves up. Okay. So yeah, that's my update. Let me know if you have any questions. I know it is confusing price action, but I need to, I can't give you a clear forecast on the micro level if the price action tells me it's not possible. Okay, so I just in this region, just be careful. It is that whipsaw price action. I've been saying that now for a while, and that's exactly the action we see. Okay, that's exactly the action we see. So just be a bit careful here until we have that clear 5-wave move up and 3-wave move down. Until we have it, my opinion is still that gradual accumulation is for most people the best strategy. You are then prepared for surprise rallies, and if the price goes down, you only do gradual accumulation. So you can use the cash that you have available for buying in at lower prices. Now, you still need to decide if that's the right thing for you to do, but I believe that's the best strategy for most people, because this is so-called whipsaw price action that we see here, where most people will burn their fingers. Okay, that's my update about ETH. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.